it usually helps to answer some question that I had in my mind.
Is that for you maybe as well similar feeling than once you go into the scene, discover things? Is there similarity in maybe finishing a song in a certain way? That's something.
Yeah, I know, 100%. I think that's a good question. Like for me, some people have the luxury of saying, okay, I'm going to write a song about this, and they actually can sit there and finish the song and write exactly what they meant to say. For me, almost 100% of the time, I'll have some kind of a question or something that starts a song in my mind, and then I have no idea where it's going to go. And by the time I finish it, it usually helps to answer some question that I had in my mind. So the outcome of the song is usually, it's like you were saying, it's like going beneath the surface, making some discovery, and then coming back to land or out of the dream, or back to the just the normal consciousness.
Are the things that maybe in your life, what's the most important answer you found now?
Well, for me, I think it's just finding this place of being the father, because just the age I'm at, I'm finding myself kind of looking this way sometimes and trying to hold on to things that are going with time, but at the same time I'm going this way and I'm pulling things this way with me. And so I think that's what I'm realizing, there's this place that I am in life, and the challenges that it takes to pretend like you got it all figured out because you got little kids that are looking at you, but to still feel like somebody who's just looking at the world and trying to understand everything around you and interpret it all, but to play the role of a leader now because you have to.
Is it strange? Do you, how does it feel? How do you feel in that position?
I feel good, I feel like it's just comforting to realize that your dad was just a guy who was feeling like a kid when he had you, and that all those times where you looked at him as this sort of very strong and somebody who had it figured out, that he was just a kid at the time, especially when you're young,
Because your father is sort of more of a macho guy. I read some quotes that when you had an accident in the car, he said, "Chick, dick, scars." Is it some things that you now put more in retrospect when analyzing your youth, that you look to your dad differently than you did maybe a few years ago?
Yeah, I think so, to be able to understand him completely and not think of him as this black and white character that's only just only good, well, what is good and bad? I mean, it's just not a black and white flat character anymore. It's this gray character that you see, which is always more interesting when you watch a film, to have these characters that have both good and bad qualities. They have the shadows there too, and it's not just a flat character. It's more interesting. I guess I never thought of my dad as being a very flat character, though he was always pretty colorful.
One last question is for you now in your changing life situation. Has music now found a stable place in that, or is that constantly moving as well?
Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
With all these changes in your life now, family-wise, maybe, has music become a stable factor in that, or is it also constantly moving?
I think, well, the music is kind of constantly moving, but the consistency of it is that the songwriting helps me to understand things. I think I've figured out that I got a certain amount of space in there. It's like a hard drive, and sometimes it gets filled up, but then when I write a song, it's almost a way of being able to say, okay, this can go now. And so it frees up space. Every time I write a song, I think it frees up a little space in my mind to think about something new.
And this record, how does it stand, when this is the 5th record now, compared to your previous work? Is it a new chapter for you, or?
I think there's a lot of similarity. There's songs on this record that could have been on other ones, as far as maybe I feel the same way about certain things, but other things have a completely opposite perspective maybe than on something I wrote 10 years ago, but I'd have to kind of look. I'm not sure which ones or anything, but I guess I kind of think of them all as being one long story. They're just different chapters.
But you're not ashamed of it anymore when you hear it or present it?
The old ones?
No, and the new one, this one.
The new one?
Yeah? You have peace with it?
Yeah, I have peace with it, and I feel good about it. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.